What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Sunday evening? My name is Eric. Welcome to Q2C VR Gamer Live. We are a weekly talk show that goes live every Thursday, normally at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, where we go live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Kick, LinkedIn. Anything else?
Instagram, maybe sometimes.
Fuck Instagram. But if you can't catch us live, you can always catch us afterwards on your favorite podcast platform. But before we go any further, let me say hello to my partner from the great Canadian Northwest. He's the king of swing, the sultan of SWAT, and the commander of cool. All the ladies love him, and why wouldn't they? Look at this Adonis. Todd Jackson, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I diddly ho diddly.
Love
the intro. Love the intro.
Yeah, you are a specimen of a man that needs to be celebrated and loved.
Oh my God. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking the California Kool-Aid, dude.
That's right.
The California Kool-Aid. How you doing, man? How's everything going?
I am doing fantastic. You look like you had an accident with a lawnmower.
Oh, dude. Put me up on the big one. Put me up.
Oh,
my wife at home. Put me up on the big one.
Lord. Clean shaven Eric. It has never been seen before. You guys all used to make fun of me when I had shaving accidents. Well, it's Eric's turn.
I got a baby face.
Baby face Eric, yeah.
Everybody says I look 10 years younger. You shave off the scruffy beard.
Yeah, you shave off the gray and it helps, right?
Yeah. You look 10 years younger and just a little bit weirder. Because it feels weird, man. When was the last time you didn't have facial hair on your lip or your chin?
Oh, like completely shaven? It's been
completely.
Yeah. Military, last time I didn't have a facial hair. So that was at like late 90s, early 2000s.
It's the weirdest feeling. Like I keep wanting to like touch
it's like
my top
cold,
lip.
Right?
It's almost
it being cold.
It's pretty nice here, but I mean it's not cold. But if it was cold, it would be cold. But it definitely feels different. Feels weird. Not having the facial hair, especially on my upper lip. Like I keep wanting to like go, this is weird. But yeah, I woke up this morning, Todd, and I'm like, I was all scruffy from traveling. I got in late last night from Germany. I was all scruffy from the week and like just traveling and for like, almost 20 hours on a plane. And I'm like, you know what? I'm looking scruffy. I'm gonna trim
it. Yeah, that's what I always say. I'm just gonna
trim it way. I was gonna trim it way down. Like I took the guard of my trimmer off, and I'm like, I'm gonna.
Oh, that's a big step.
Yeah. Because I was like, I want to go even below the guard. Yeah, below the lowest guard, I'm gonna go down that far. That's what I'm saying, right? Like I'm gonna go, and I want to really trim it. And then I did, and I'm like, wow, that looks fucking stupid. So at that point, I'm like, get the razor out. I might as well shave it off. But yeah, it was fun, man. It's fun. You should do it now. We should be twins.
Oh my God, my daughter would kill me.
Guys, can we get some thumbs up in chat if we can get Todd to shave right now during the show live? Have him go to the bathroom, go get his razor, shave live during the show. Instant viral show. I'm telling you right now.
Never happening.
VR Gamer to the max. We probably get the most views we've ever had. Shave live.
Right. A live shave show. It's like that shaving stuff game that I did a review for, but in real life.
Yeah, for sure. Well, man, thanks for coming and doing like an impromptu show with me. I woke up this morning. I'm like, Todd, we should do a show. You're like, yeah, okay.
I was out in the mountains, like we're doing a bunch of stuff and selling our trailer and stuff, and I was out picking up barbecues, and I had to change the brakes on my truck, and it's been a hell of a weekend. And I got the text. I'm like, we haven't done a podcast in a while. That'll be fun.
Yeah. And you know what's going to happen is like we're both going away this week. We're both going to Seattle for PAX West. You're going on behalf of Q2C VR Gamer. I'm going mainly on behalf of Flat2VR Studios. But I'll be there for Q2C VR Gamer also. But yeah, we're both headed to Seattle. So, and I leave on Thursday. I think you leave on Thursday. No way a show is happening.
Yep.
So yeah, I didn't want you. That would have been like a couple of weeks in a row. And I'm like, you know what? There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on. Just came off probably one of the coolest conventions I've ever seen, where VR was represented more than I have ever seen at any conference ever that I've done. And I've been doing them a long time, and I go to everything. So I thought this was a cool thing for us to get in here and talk about today. And it's going to be a little bit weird because I know everybody's going to want to talk about the games.
Yeah.
Intimate games. So this is not the podcast for you. If you're looking for games, click over to whoever else is going to be. There's a lot of creators that you're going to be able to go see. You know, if you want to know how the game, the demo was, or how this was or that was, this is
Eric went to a gaming convention and did 0 demos.
Zero. And literally, I spent from like 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. every night in the home of XR, where there are 20 plus games being demoed, and I demoed 0 games. 0 games. This is not the show for that. This is a show this will be a cool show, though. It really will be a cool show because I can give you guys the inside look of kind of what goes on in the background of going to one of these conventions and being on the other side of it, and being in the developer's booth, being, somebody who's showing games, and to be honest, I didn't even put many people through demos. We had a whole crew that was putting people through demos. Basically, I was there just taking a ton of business meetings. Thankfully, Todd, we had this beautiful booth, which we'll show some pictures. I got some pictures and some video that we'll show in a little bit, but we had this beautiful booth, and in the booth had a door that you could go into right on the back side of the booth. And it had this huge like conference room in it, with a huge table and like 7 or 8 chairs. Had a TV on the wall where I was able to show some demos of some games that we have. And I just took a ton of meetings for Flat2VR. I'm not going to say who I met with, but you guys can all kind of guess on your own. I'm there taking meetings for Flat2VR all day long, and I'm showing them stuff that Flat2VR is capable of doing.
The largest gaming convention on the planet. So, hopefully some good things are coming out of this. This is going to be awesome.
And that's all I did. That's all I did for 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from 9 a.m. in the morning until that night. Myself and Jasmine, and then Skiva and Elliot were out. Myself and Jasmine were doing the majority of the meetings. Skiva and Elliot were out, in the booth area, doing the demos, talking to a lot of people on the, that were coming by in the industry and the creators. And then we also had Alex VR there. From Impact Reality. That was awesome. Alex was there and helped out. We had Miles Dyer. If you guys know Miles from PSVR Without Parole and the Gamescast, he was there. Dylan Ruth, he also is, of course, is a member of Impact Reality. And then we also had Alex Gilling there. Alex has his own channel. I think it's called Virtual Insider. Great channel. Used to be a member of Alex Gilling. I don't even know if you know this, Todd, was one of the original members of Virtual Strangers. But Alex Gilling now works for us at Flat2VR Studios. He's in charge of our QA testing.
Yes, he is.
Flat2VR Studios. But yeah, the original members there was 4 original members of Virtual Strangers. This is 4 years ago now, and it was Wes, Roots, Mame Fan,
right,
and Alex, and they were the original 4 for Virtual Strangers. And it was cool because Alex now gets a chance to work with us there. But yeah, he was there. And then we had another one of our members, Impact Reality. We had Elon, who takes care of our Reddit posting at Impact Reality. He happened to be there. He was in Israel, and he's like, I'll fly over and do GamesCom with you guys in Germany, which was great. And then we brought in our VP of operations for Impact Reality PR and marketing, Natasha Fahey. So she was there as well. Yeah, it was a great crew, man. It was a great crew, and it was a great showing. And I'm going to tell you guys all about it. Going to show a bunch of pictures that we have. Going to show, a bunch of video that we have. Going to talk about all the developers that were there. I'm going to talk about how this came to be. I'm going to talk about Flat2VR. I'm going to open it up to you guys. We can do a quick AMA, and I'll answer any questions that you guys have
that we can answer.
What I can answer about pretty much whatever you want to talk about. And then Todd, we'll preview maybe a little packs of what we're going to do there.
And
that's
all right, just spreading the word there, so everybody should know that we're live. We're good.
We're live. We're live. Todd, let's say hello to our chat. This is going to be a little bit weird for me because I got to do it on my phone. So, all right. Oh, you're going to put the chat on the side? Nice. I love when
we have some chat up there now. Yeah.
All right. We got Salvador is here. What's up, man? How you doing? Air Force One is here. Inferno 9. Philosix. Mr. Tasselhoff is here. Haruku says, whoop, Sunday stream. Hell yeah. I told you guys a little while ago, we're not going away. Q2C VR Gamer will be here. We just might not always be here on Thursdays anymore. We're, until things kind of calm down a little bit, we're going to be here when we can be here. And I was like, Today's a good day. I had time. Todd had time. Cool stuff going on in the VR industry. Let's be here today. So that's what's going to happen. So maybe a Sunday, maybe a Saturday. You might see us on Tuesday. Who the hell knows? Might be a Thursday. All right, let's see who else is here. Roy Schwartz is here. What's up, Roy? How you doing, man? Good to see you in here. Arlen of the Arc Reactor is here. I think I said Inferno 9. Epic San is here. The Dark Cheese is here. Who doesn't love dark cheese?
That's not dark cheese. It's the dank cheese.
The dank cheese. Oh yeah. I'm looking at my phone, so it's small.
Yeah.
The dank cheese. That's even worse. Who doesn't love dank cheese?
Yeah, right.
Right? Let's see. Who else we have here? Inferno 9's talking a lot, man. Todd is here. What's up, Todd? How are you doing, man? Fourth Wall Breaker is here. Mr. Lord Beavis, Chrome Colossus, Assassin 32. Todd, I think we might see Assassin 32 in Seattle.
Yeah, I know. I heard him and J-Brat might come by on Saturday.
Yeah. Q Creator is here. Haruko, I said VR Spry Guy is here. Says Babyface Eric. Fair. Happy birthday, Spry. Yeah. Mepper is here saying hello to absolutely everyone. Hello, Mepper. How you doing? Brandon VR. Let's see. Chrome Colossus, I said. Lots of back and forth with a lot of people. Awesome Tatum is here, Todd.
Awesome Tatum's here. That's awesome.
He's awesome.
Sean P. Patoos is here. And I swear to God, I thought your name said Sean Potatoes.
Sean Potatoes is here.
When I looked at it.
Is here. Beaded Besties is here, says Dream Team. We are the Dream Team.
Right.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Beaded Besties. Yeah, I see that now. Let's see who else. Michelle B is here. What's up, Michelle? Haven't seen you in a while. Restream Bot is here with Mr. Witty. Says I'm here for the secret slip ups.
He's on Twitter. Twitter chat's finally working.
There could be some secret slip ups, dude.
Secret slip ups. He's open for the oops. I wasn't supposed to talk about that.
Yeah, Michelle B says clean shave. Clean shave. Let's see. Req is here, or Rec Rec is a secret weapon of Flat2VR Studios, Todd, and starts tomorrow.
Excellent.
From a big gaming company.
There you go, Witty. We got some slip up already.
Yeah, I know, because now Jasmine's going to kick my ass. She's like, how dare you announce
Natasha's going to be like, what the hell are you doing?
We haven't even announced him to the team yet. His first day is tomorrow. You know, I can't keep my mouth shut.
I know. That's the best part.
All right, man. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. How come I can't see the? Oh, I'm hiding the chat overlay. I think I don't want to hide the chat over. Oh no. Why isn't it showing me the chat?
Why are you clicking my buttons?
You know who hates when you click the buttons?
Yeah.
No, you got to hit the button.
I'm working on it. I'm hitting all kinds of buttons.
Oh man, too funny. Assassin 32 says you'll definitely see me in Seattle. That's good to see. Awesome. Mind Jive is here also. And
Mr. Witty's taking notes. Excellent.
Yeah, nice. Definitely take notes. Take notes. All right. Todd, let's talk GamesCom. Let's talk Home of XR. You got some pictures there. You want to go through we'll kind of like go through pictures, and we'll talk a little bit about kind of everything as we go through the pictures.
Definitely.
This is that room I was in, I told you about. Like, basically this is just an office I spent in the booth all day long. Not much going
run through this. It's like a little slideshow action. If it gets
so that was a cool. So you can't. Can you like stop it? Yeah. So I could talk about it. So this is a cool area, and we'll see this area again later. You can't really see a ton of it right now, but like this is a common area that's part of the Home of XR. It was nice because it had like a couple of like levels of bench style seating, and it was just an area away from where all the booths are. Inside of the big, the Home of XR, away from where all the regular booths are, where you could just go and sit. Like you just go and sit on your laptop with your phone. You want to relax, have a drink.
That's cool.
So yeah, okay, go on. Let's
work done.
Yeah, let's move on. This was a cool picture. This is just one night out with a couple of the guys. This is Elliot. This is Alberto from My Dearest, and I think that's Hunter, maybe from Pico, having a beer.
This was cool.
So this was pretty awesome. So last day of the show, we have all these amazing graphics on the booth, and you'll see in some other pictures later on that you'll see the whole entire booth as a whole. But this was we had a very large wall that had Trombone Champ on it, and it was cool because I had an idea. I'm like, we can't ever take this art with us. So at the end of the last day on Friday, I said to the team, I'm like, I grabbed a Sharpie and I'm like, I want everybody to sign the wall. And everybody that was there, the entire team from Impact Reality, Flat2VR Studios, signed the wall. And then we signed for everybody else who could not be there that is on the Impact Reality team and Flat2VR team. We signed their names on it as well. And then we took some pictures. So it was pretty cool. I mean, I don't think you'll ever see it. Like, I wish we could have taken it with us, but it's a whole wall. You're not taking it with you. But it was just cool to do, and then we had some pictures taken next to it. If you want to go to the next one.
So what'd you do? What'd you do with it? Like, who gets it? Like, where does it go?
Nobody gets it. You can't take it with. You can't take it with you. It's just we took pictures of it. That's
amazing. You can't just roll it up or something.
No. This is like that. It's like it's like stickered onto the wall, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like up. They're like it's like a huge graphic that is sticky and goes on the wall. If you try to take it off, you just ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just cool to have all the names there, and we just took a picture of it. All right, let's go to the next picture. So this was just like some of the demos here. This is Jay Brad actually doing the demo of Trombone Champ. You get a little idea of the graphic for RoboQuest back there, and that's Elliot running them through the demo. Tass, you are on the wall. You made it. You're on the wall. Tass is like, did I make it? Haruko, you the wall as well. You're on.
Haruko's on the wall as well. Yeah.
Anybody who works for Impact or Flat2VR Studios or had anything to do with it is on there. This is an excellent picture right here. This one's a little tougher to see, but like you've got Elliot, you've got Alex G, which is who I told you they used to be one of the original virtual strangers. He's sitting right next to Elliot. Beyond him there is Cabalistic, I think. If you're looking for the developer of Half-Life 2, and then the developer is currently working on RoboQuest for us. That's Cabalistic. Miles Dyer in the front, right in front of me here on the front right.
Right here.
Then you have myself, and then in the back you've got Jasmine is over there, and there's a few other people I can't tell, and that's some Beyond Frames people that are down at the end of the table. But this was a great dinner that we got together after the first night of demos. All of the studios that were demoing in the home of XR got together to go to a dinner. So like everybody from Beyond Frames, Flat2VR Studios, Fast Travel Games, End Dreams, the Hubris team that was showing a new game there, Soul Assembly, Combat Waffle, anybody that was showing in the booth got together, and went to dinner, and that's what this picture was. Yeah, this was cool. Two homies right there.
I say.
I don't know. Do I miss the beard? I don't know. I missed the beard.
I kind of missed the beard.
I know my wife's like, dude.
Lie. Did she send you a text already? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Great picture of Miles here. I don't know if you guys know Miles. Miles is awesome. Miles has a great channel, and then he's also part of course, PSVR Without Pro, PSVR Without Pro on the Gamescast with Brian Paul, and he does a great job over there. And he's a great member of Impact Reality now. So definitely. It was cool to get a picture with him. It was just nice to be able to hang out with him a little bit. This is a cool picture, Todd, because the only one missing out of this picture is you, actually.
Is me. Yeah, right. This is the whole team. Wow. Yeah,
this is a team of Influence Reality, and this is the content creators that are represented by Bridger. Bridger, who's in the pink shirt there in the middle of the bald head. He's basically he's our business manager. He handles all these guys, and we're all a part of that. And you have Nacy, you have Otter, Worldly, you have Jasmine, myself, Jay Bratt, Mateo.
Mateo's so short. He's so cute.
I almost forgot. There's actually two missing besides you. Genghis.
Genghis.
Three missing. Genghis VR. Tech Manju, which he was there, but he wasn't there for the picture. But Tech Manju, Genghis VR, and then VR Central. Wise is also part of this as well.
Yep.
But it's a good crew, and it was cool to get everybody there together to take a picture. It was pretty cool.
Awesome sauce.
So This is a great picture right here. There's a couple things going on here. In the background, you see Tribe Grey Wolf getting a demo of something. I'm not even sure what I think he was demoing one of the games, a quiet game that we showed there. We only showed to certain people. And that was a new title that we're going to be unveiling next week that we haven't even announced yet. And Tribe was doing a demo of that with Skiva back there. But you see who I'm talking to here. I'm not sure if you know who this is, Todd.
I don't think so.
You know who would know who this is, and that is probably all of the game cats over on PSVR Without Parole. But he's also, a member of our community. He's also a member of Virtual Strangers community. This is Looper. This is Looper, the underground game cat.
No way.
Yeah, Looper.
Yeah, I would not have guessed that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool to meet Looper in person, and we had a blast. And it was nice because here's what is great about Looper. And he's going to pass all this on to you. He did demo everything and he recorded everything. And he doesn't really have a channel of his own to put it on. So he offered to give it to us, Todd. So we will have footage. He's going to send it to you so we can send it to our editor, and we can cut up a nice little highlight reel of all the games.
Yeah, for sure.
Download. And then we'll credit Looper with all the work.
Yeah.
We're gonna take advantage of all his hard work.
Excellent. Thanks, Looper.
Absolutely. Thanks, Looper. But yeah, it was nice. Looper reached out. I had told everybody, if anybody's going to be in the area and they want to get a ticket to GamesCom and they don't have one, reach out to me. I will get you in because I want everybody to experience this. And Looper was like, I can make it there. And I'm like, well, then I'll get you in. And I got you a ticket. I got him a ticket. This is a really cool picture. This is like a night, I think the night before everything started. We were in there a little bit early, just to kind of like get rested a little bit before the whole show started. And this is the new queen of VR, guys. And the green shirt, I'm not sure who this is, but she is the person responsible for what I'm going to talk about today, which is the home of XR and the amazingness that was Gamescom and VR being represented. And that's Maeva from Beyond Frames. And I am going to call her the queen of VR. I'll call her the queen of XR. How's that?
Yeah, it's more like it. Yeah,
because I'm telling you, man, she is the poster person for what it's all about, and she brought all of this together. There would be no home of XR without her. It would have been a jumble. It would have been a jumble of small booths. Nobody be able to find anything again if it wasn't for her. And we'll celebrate her a little bit more later. But you see Jasmine, you see Elliot. Jim Squires is poking his head right there.
Is that who that is? I can't tell. I couldn't see his mouth.
He was an awesome dude who works from Beyond Frames as well. And Steve and myself, and then Alex G. We're not
Why
Alex
is
G. Alex
Skiva's selfie stick not in use right now? Why is yours?
I know they use my selfie stick, which is nowhere near as long as Skiva's. Arlen of the Arc Reactor says this looks like it was so much fun. It was. This was special. And then Chrome Colossus says Looper is a super VR genius. He is a super VR genius. There's a couple of my favorite people right there, and that's not me. That would be Tribe Grey Wolf and Skiva.
I'm gonna open this up a little bit because there's a couple people missing from this little preview.
Oh my God! Yeah. Oh my God. Well, it's really an epic picture now,
right?
Todd. Yeah. So yeah, that's I'm glad you opened this up. Keep it big now because there are some good stuff there. Yeah, of course you have Adam Bombati, from her own channel and the F Reality podcast, and then you have Tribe and myself, and Skiva, and then Alex was that was just an amazing picture in front of the trombone champ, which is great. You know who these guys are? Can you make it big? You see Jasmine there, but do you know who the guys are?
Soul Assembly?
Nope. Ready?
Nope. Oh, Team Beef. Yeah, I should have recognized. Yeah. That's cool.
This is the team.
That's
you guys want to know you guys want to know the guys responsible for all those amazing mods that you see, moved over onto SideQuest and Doom and Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and soon to be released onto the Quest Store, PlayStation VR 2 and Steam from Flat2VR Studios in conjunction with Team Beef, Wrath, Aeon of Ruin. This would be Team Beef. You've got Grant, or you've got his name is Baggy. There on the left, right behind me, you see Bumser, and then way over behind Jasmine in the red shirt. That's Dr. Beef.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
These are three legends, guys.
That's great.
They're probably three of the nicest men I have ever met, and it's a privilege to be able to work with them. And I cannot wait to bring you all the games that these guys are working on. Number one, they're freaking brilliant. Number two, they're just awesome people. Literally awesome people. You wouldn't want to know better people. And they are so happy that they are finally able to kind of live their dream with this, Todd. Like they've been doing this, just like every other modder. They've been doing this
passion project, doing it for free, doing it at night on the weekends, and now they get to do this and get paid and make a career out of this. Is freaking awesome.
Hell yeah, man. They're going to be doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
We have a lot going on, and Flat2VR Studios and Team Beef is a great partnership, and I can't wait to bring you guys more stuff from them. Okay, what else we got? And they gave me this kick-ass shirt, Todd. I got 2 shirts.
I'm back to you.
I have a Wrath shirt that they made especially for this. This is a great picture, and if you guys want to know who the brilliant genius is behind the Half-Life 2 VR mod and the Far Cry mod,
right? Yeah,
it would be this man right here. That's Cabalistic sitting next to Jasmine. And I didn't even say Cabalistic came. He didn't really kind of run the booth, but he was at the booth to kind of talk to anybody who wanted to talk about development and how we do what we do. He was there kind of like filling people in because, again, he is working. He is the main developer currently right now, working on RoboQuest. So Cabalistic is another genius. This man knows what he is doing. If you guys have a PC and you have not played Half-Life 2 VR mod on Steam, it is not a mod, basically. You don't have to mod anything. All you have to do is go to the Steam store, type in Half-Life 2 VR mod, and it's a one-click, one download. All you do is
installs everything. Yeah,
it installs and downloads. You don't have to do anything. So this was that mod was done in conjunction with Valve. And Valve put it on the store for Flat2VR and Cab. So dude's a genius. Of course, you guys know
familiar faces.
Yeah. So this is awesome. This is of course Mateo all the way on the right. Mateo was going to come on tonight for a little while, Todd, but he had just gotten home as well, and
it's late for him. He's over on the East Coast, right? Boston,
and he's an old man. He can't stay up late.
And he is an old man. Yeah,
he's like 5:30, 6 o'clock. He's like, hey, I got to go to bed, man.
Like because he works out too much.
I'm on the West Coast.
all the time.
I can't go live at 2 p.m. in the afternoon on a Sunday on the West Coast.
What's wrong with you? Yeah,
I know. He eats dinner at 3 and goes to bed by 6. Well, that's Beardo Benjo in the middle, if you guys don't know. And Ben had a chance. We had a chance to hang. I met Ben. I actually met Ben in person again last year at Gamescom. Had a really good time with him then, and then had a chance to even spend more time with him the last 3 days of Gamescom. He was there for the whole entire time, and he's just one of the best people. Again, one of the best people you've ever meet. This is again a great picture, Miles Dyer, and then we have one of the developers of Oktoberfest, Todd, Thomas there.
Oh, cool.
Right, yeah. Met a lot of really good VR developers here too this past week. Another picture of Mateo.
Good picture, Mateo.
He is not the tallest man in the world.
No.
This is a nice shot of myself and our VP of Operations, Natasha. She's absolutely killing it. Another picture of me and Ben. Ben had a blast, man, doing all the demos. That's a repeat. This was great. So this was me walking into the home of XR for the first time. So right when you come down the bottom of the stairs, we are in this huge hall, part of the business area. Right as you come down the escalators into this main hall, bam, right in front of you was the home of XR, and it was beautiful. And this was one of the main pictures that you see, which is a lady, in a headset, on a huge wall of home of XR. It was pretty awesome, man. I'm like, I gotta get a picture in front of that. That's me and Baggy again from Team Beef, which is great. Wearing his Impact Reality shirt. Which
I saw that.
I love, man. Heck yeah. This is me and Miles, and I don't know if you know this man, Todd, but he is part of another Swedish developer from Fast Travels, and this is Andreas Juliusson from Fast Travel Games.
I've talked to him through emails and stuff, but I've never met him. No, at least I don't think so.
He's pretty awesome, man. Love Andreas. He helped put the dinner together that we did for all the developers that night. Fast Travel put that dinner together, and then he was a big part of helping with the booth and everything too as well. So yeah, I mean, He's again, he's an OG. He's been around for a long time. Myself and Alex, of course, Alex Milland. You can't miss this guy at an event. One of the biggest hearts in all of gaming. We've already done that shot. This is a great shot of Jordan Grey Wolf. If you guys have never seen Jordan, you still won't because she's wearing a headset now.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was doing a demo, and I'm like, I need to get a picture of her in her headset. So I just walked up to her and gave her a big hug. And I'm like, I'm getting a picture, and she's like, okay, go ahead. But yeah, Jordan's awesome. This was the last day. We had all signed. We were just getting ready to sign the wall, and we had gotten all the partners. This is the crew right here. If you guys want to know who's responsible for Flat2VR Studios and responsible for pretty much everything that happens from here on out, good or bad, don't blame me if it's bad. These are the people running the ship. These are the partners. These are the owners of Flat2VR Studios, and I couldn't be prouder to be partnered with every one of them. We are varied in what we do, and we are each brilliant in what we do. Elliot is a mastermind and a creative genius when it comes to gaming. He has worked
gaming, trailers, social media.
Yeah. I'll get to the marketing side in a minute, but just the Flat2VR side. Elliot Tate on the Flat2VR side. Number one, he started the whole Flat2VR community. Mm-hmm. So he started this whole process 5 years ago. He's worked with every modder on almost every mod that you see out there. So he was the one who did the original Subnautica mod. He helped Cab work on, Half-Life 2. He helped Rocky Pardo work on his mods. He has had a hand in many, many mods that are already out there that you see. And he's our creative director. He's the chief creative officer at Impact Reality and Flat2VR Studios, but he's the creative director of when you go through these games. Every project, he's the creative director. And then you have Skiva, and of course, Skiva is a mastermind of content creation. He knows everybody in the space. He knows what he's doing. He protects us, Todd. He works directly with you, with Impact Labs. He basically protects us for cybersecurity and protects all the things that we have inside of Impact Reality and Flat2VR Studios. And he probably knows every creator there is out there and every industry person that is out there. And he's kind of our front face when we do influencer activations. And then there's our CEO, and that's Jasmine. Jasmine is the CEO of the company. And currently right now, I kind of oversee the Impact Reality side as COO. Jasmine oversees pretty much all of Flat2VR Studios as the CEO. And then, we kind of work back and forth where I moonlight and work as much as I can on Flat2VR because I do all the business development and I sign all the deals. So I have my plate full, but Jasmine as well, because basically she is in charge of the entire company. So it's a kick-ass team right there, and I'm really proud of all of them. Another great shot. We saw that one earlier.
Yeah, just a smaller version apparently. Another good shot of you guys.
Yep, saw that one earlier. Some of these repeats.
I think that might. Oh, here we go.
This is Parzival. You skipped over that one really quick, but that was a creator, a German creator. His name is Parzival.
There he is.
Does a lot in the Flat2VR community. Really cool guy. He came up and was like, he was shaking. Like he came up to me and Skiva and he was like, this is like one of the greatest days of my life to be able to meet you guys. And like he's a big VR creator in Germany, and he's part of the Flat2VR community. He does a ton of mods and plays all the mods that you see over there on Unreal. And he was just shaking. He was like, "Can I get a picture with you guys?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, man! Of course."
Of course. The hell.
Yeah. All right, what else we got? Another shot of that crew we saw earlier with Maeva and
Beyond Frames team. Yep.
Beyond Frames team.
Was the back section of the Home Effects R booth?
Yeah, this is the bar area. It's not the best picture of it, but this is the lounge area that was actually inside of the Home of XR. There was a bar where all day long you could get coffee and soda and water and whatever you wanted for free, that we all put together. And at nighttime, for 2 or 3 of the nights, it turned into an actual bar where they had beer, wine, mixed drinks, and there was a happy hour party put on 2 nights, one by Meta inside the Home of XR booth by the Oculus Start program, by Meta through the Oculus Start program. Right. And on the second night, it was One Shot Energy, which is the one-shot shoes that are like in the game of Ghost of Tabor.
Oh, Ghost of Tabor, yeah, right.
They sponsored a party one night. So parties galore. This was one of those parties, and it's a shot of Ashley Riot, if you don't know who she is, formerly of Cloudhead Games and Pistol Whip. That's Alex G right there, Alex Gilling from Virtual Insider and part of our team. Me and Alex and Miles, another good shot. It's me and Grant doing some work in the room.
Team Beef. Yeah. This is a great little space to have hidden away, right?
Dude, you had to have the space. Number one, I was doing a ton of like meetings again every day, but it was just a nice space to be able to work a little bit. This is just us, all of us, on our laptop trying to maintain business while we were there, Yeah, this was a shot of the booth kind of overall before it even kind of like was finished. That column that you see there ended up having TVs on it. The column in the middle had 2 TVs playing trailers, which was fantastic.
Right.
There was 4 large booths in the middle of the Home of XR, 4 of the largest booths. There was Flat2VR Studios, there was In Dreams, Fast Travel Games, and Vertigo Games had the 4 large booths in the middle, and then around the entire outside were smaller satellite booths. Team Beef again. Doing a good job, Todd, switching to all these pictures. Nice job, brother.
I'm trying.
Doing good.
That was a good shot of you with the wall.
Sitting in front of that wall. Yeah, it was just it was a cool thing, man. This was the last day, and we were all ready to fall over. It was a long week.
Right.
But it was just cool to do.
Oh, some of the setup shots.
Yeah, this was the booth when it was still being set up. This was the first day we were there, and man, they were like, nothing was really done yet except for some of the big graphics were going on. It's cool to see the kind of the genesis of the booth and how they put it all together.
Yeah.
Jasmine yelling at us, of course, like she always does. Just another cool shot of the booth. I mean, the floors weren't even down yet. Like none of the TVs were up. Like the graphics weren't even on that big column in the middle yet.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just Elliot and Alex. Nice shot at the restaurant. Another shot of Alex and Miles in the subway getting me coffee. They were all mad because they had to go get me coffee. Another picture of Grant.
Another good group picture.
Yeah, can you make that one big, Todd?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That was the entire team that helped run the booth, except for Cab, who wasn't there, and I think Alex G had already gone home by then. So just so if you guys don't know, right next to Skiva, why he's in that picture, because his shirt says Rough Talk VR. But this is one of the newest members of Impact Reality and Flat2VR Studios, and that's Damien. That's Damien Ruffy from Rough Talk. He will actually be starting with us full time, I think next week. He'll be starting with us full time, or maybe it's this week. I don't even know. My days are gone, but yeah, Damien will be starting with us as well. This is the amazing crew from
B Haptics team. Yeah,
B Haptics. Yeah, it's Crystal and Q from B Haptics with Alex playing trombone champ right in the background. Look at him.
Yeah,
he knew we were taking the picture.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my god, too funny. But
Crystal's funny. I got a funny story about Crystal.
Yeah,
we were at AWE and Crystal wanted to try Synapse. Their gloves, their haptics gloves.
Oh,
but
yeah.
She had B Haptics clothes on because she was doing the B Haptics booth.
Right.
And I'm like, just go.
Give her your shirt.
Just do it. And so she goes in there to do it. So the B Haptics, like the star of B Haptics, is now trying the competitor's haptics glove. So I did a whole photo shoot of her and took all these pictures of her doing the thing and sent them all to her. She just loved all these pictures I sent her. It was awesome.
No way. So they let her do it?
Yeah, they totally let her do it. She's like, they're not going to let me do it. I'm like, yeah, they will. So I just went up to the booth. I'm like, she'd like to do the demo. And he's like, yeah, okay. And then I started taking pictures. Yeah, it was great.
That's very cool. All right, what else we got? Me and Skiva during setup. That's in that area I was telling you where you can kind of sit, just kind of hang out. That was us like getting the headset set up for demos.
For demo day, yeah.
Yep. This is just Jazz and Miles working in the booth before it was even completely put together, just kind of working, trying to get things figured out. This was the image of Flat Out. So this was a little bit tougher to see because it was kind of behind that column, but we had a whole wall of just Flat Out there. The graphics looked absolutely awesome. I wish it was a little bit better shown. Wish we didn't have that. Wish we didn't have that
the shadow,
the column there. But yeah, but Flat Out looked awesome. It was really, really cool. Yeah, another bar shot. We went to a bar or two, maybe a pub or two.
Right. I think that's it. We're back to the beginning.
All right, let's rock the videos then, because the videos are great. Then we can move on from the home of XR and talk about the games a little bit.
All right, let's have a look at this one first. Tell us what's going on here.
Yeah, this is you guys saw some of the still photos. This is just a video going over and showing the booth before it was even finished. Shows you that whole trombone champ wall, and then here's that shot of freaking Flat Out. Look at the graphics on this thing. It was beautiful. And then RoboQuest on the other wall was great. But man, I just wish Flat Out wasn't in the corner where it was. It was freaking gorgeous. I mean, the graphics were just so well done. They were like 4K graphics, high res. I mean, they looked beautiful. Yeah, so this was just kind of an image to show what it looked like when it was still being set up. But it was awesome, man. And the company did a great job. So this is some of the other booths. Actually, Ty, can you hit the other one first? The other longer video first. This is the continuation of that. Yeah, here we go. This is just me walking into the booth. So, you're kind of just coming into the area. This is kind of down by the bottom of the escalator that I was telling you about. There's the escalator coming in. There's a big thing, home of XR. You see all this beautiful like woodwork and panels, and you have this wall that's got pretty much every company that's on it. This is just another wall they gave us just to show everything off, and I was like, holy shit. But there's that big home of XR sign. Just gorgeous, man. Like, shows all the games, Vertigo, the Games Kitchen, Patient 8, Maze Theory, Cortopia,
2080 games,
Cyborg, yeah, End Dream, Soul Assembly, Virtual Age, Maru, Fast Travel, Combat Waffle, Vertigo. And then we had some sponsors. We had Quest was a sponsor, Kiwi, One Shot, Oculus Start Program, B Haptics, and then
Dual North.
Oh yeah, Dual North, yeah.
Yep. And the VR game showcase.
Yeah, of course, Jamie. So Jamie and Xena, who ran the VR showcase, see that little desk right there? That is, so you could not just enter. This is how busy it was. So
this is kind of how we ran the Game On Expo, right? Like with a check-in.
Yes, but 400 times busier. Yeah,
yeah. Same idea.
So this is not in the public area. This booth is in the B2B area only. So B2B is like your business to business. So you can only get into the conference into the B2B area if you can show that you're a trade visitor in some way. You have to show that you are involved in the gaming industry in some way.
Right.
And then you have to get a pass.
Right.
And then they'll give you a pass together. So this is not like consumer based, but it was still, we would have been overrun. Like there would just been the hordes of
people.
Can you
imagine?
Yeah.
If you got onto the consumer side,
oh my God, dude.
Next year, maybe that's the goal, to get on the consumer side.
No, I'll never show in the consumer area. I know, not me anyway, unless somebody else wants to do it. Never, never. No. There's 500, 600,000 people that come through there a day in the consumer area.
That's
no way. No. But yeah, it was cool because Jamie Feltham, who ran the VR showcase, and his wife Xena, so they ran the VR showcase, but they did all the press for us. And what that means is they basically ran this counter. So there was meetings, there was demos being done for every game every 30 minutes. That's how many industry people came. For awesome. 3 days from 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. There was demos being done at every booth every 30 minutes. That's how many people there were. When I'm telling you guys, that's how many people came to this thing. There's 20 plus games in there, and there was demos every day, every 30 minutes. And you had to check in. So when it was your time to go do a demo, you had to come to the desk. You had to check in. Whoever you were doing a demo with had to come out to the desk and get you and escort you back to their booth.
That's a great way to do it.
Yeah. Then once you were in there, you could then, stay in there for your other demos, but you had to like be entered to get in there because again, there was a great lounge area. There was a great bar area. Bar and lounge area was sponsored by Combat Waffle too, by the way, guys. That's where you see Silent North there on the front. That's Cass and Cherry right there. If you didn't, yeah, standing at the bar. But the freaking bar area was beautiful. You see the Vertigo booth there. This is that awesome area that just cool. has, it's just an area where you can sit, you could relax, and just kind of hang out. There's Maeva and Jim back there in the corner relaxing. This was before the booth even opened in the morning. I had just kind of gotten in for my day. There's Scott. Combat Waffle Studios.
Giant Combat Waffle.
Yeah. Dude, this was a great booth too. The Vertigo booth was great. Oh, I came over and got my little bobblehead. They had a
Freddy bobblehead.
Yeah. This is where I was like, give me my bobblehead.
Yeah, right.
Okay, now you can run the other video. That kind of continues from where I was there.
It's this one here. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so that was me stopping to get him. Like, give me my bobblehead. Silent North was shown with Ghost of Tabor and Grimm, which was great. And you had the In Dreams booth right here. This was one of those other 4 big booths as I was telling you about. You had Memoriam, which was being demoed here too by Patient 8 Games. And then you had small. That was okay. This one, dude, besides our games, which probably were the hit of the show, this might have been the other hit of the show.
Really?
This is what was it called again? Small Wall World Wonders or something like that. Yeah, Walltown Wonders.
Walltown Wonders, yeah.
This is by Cyborn, the guys who brought you Hubris. They announced it's a mixed reality game called Walltown Wonders, and it's hand-tracked mixed reality where you have these little diorama scenes and things happening in your own wall, where your wall kind of like caves in and all of a sudden you see stuff coming out of the wall. Like at one point, there's like a hole that breaks through your wall and you see this little scene inside the wall, and like a hot air balloon comes out of there and just starts floating up into your own space. And you can actually push the hot air balloon with just your hand and it moves in real time.
Wow.
This was awesome. This was a hit. Everybody told me how freaking amazing this was. It's cool to see the Cyborn guys doing something completely different. Patient 8 Games is great. That was Soul Assembly there on the right. Went by real quick. Again, you see the TVs now going on in this booth if you want to hit pause. So this is our booth completely done now. You see the TVs are up. We had our trailers running. We were giving 3 we were mainly giving 1 demo. That was Trombone Champ. Everybody that came in got a chance to do Trombone Champ. If there was time and if they wanted to, and everybody wanted to, we were also demoing for them Wrath, Aeon of Ruin.
Right.
People flipped about. People were flipping about Wrath. And I'll tell you a story about that in a minute. And then we had a secret demo that we were doing we were only showing very, very few people. And there was a very strict embargo until next week on that people are not able to talk about yet. It's a game that we have not actually announced yet. That we will. So yeah, guys, 5 games. You know what I mean? I know everybody was like 4 games from Flat2VR. It's not 4 games. It's 5 games. And we will be announcing that 5th game. We'll let the embargo up next Friday. And then everybody who demoed it will be able to talk about it. And then I'll be able to tell you guys a little bit about it too. But that's a cool game. Wrath was cool. Let me tell you a little bit about a story about somebody demoing Wrath. I was up doing my rounds upstairs where the flatties are, Todd.
The flatties, yeah.
Part of my job now. I need to go and talk to Flat Games because we want to bring Flat Games to VR.
That's right. That's right.
I happen upon the Atari booth, the Night Dive Atari booth.
Right.
I don't have an appointment, but it's kind of slow. It's in the later day of the last day. And I'm like, I'm just going to try. And I'm like, hey, Flat2VR Studios, I would love to talk to somebody from Atari if anybody's around. He's like, the guys, the press guy at the counter is like, do you have an appointment? I'm like, no. He's like, you know what? They're between appointments. Let me just poke my head into their room and see if anybody's available. Don't they come out with one of the freaking top execs from Atari?
Nice.
And it's Atari and Night Dive. And he comes out and just starts chatting with me and Elliot. Super cool guy. He's like, love VR, man. He's like, older guy, Todd, older, he's probably a little bit older than me. I'm like, I'm gelling with him because we're talking about older games. And I'm just saying, you have an amazing library. Night Dive has an amazing library. I want to try and get in there a little bit, see if we can try and get some of those things. Let me just tell you about Flat2VR Studios and what we do. And we give him the whole thing. And I'm like, hey, we got a great booth downstairs in the home of XR. And he's like, man, I heard about this home of XR. People keep telling me about it. I'm like, we have a booth. I go, please come down if you have time. I'd love to show you something. I'd love to show you Wrath. It's a boomer shooter. It's right up your alley. And he's like, yeah, I'll try. And he's like, it's getting slow here. I'm getting to my last appointments. It's the last day of the thing. If I have time a little bit later, I'll come down. I get down to the booth. Not 25 minutes later, somebody tells me the guy from Atari is in our booth and he's demoing Wrath. And I'm like, what? So I'm running over there and he is demoing Wrath. And when I'm telling you he is flipping out, he's flipping out. Like he is like, loving it. And Wrath, if you're not a VR person, Wrath's maybe not the easiest thing to get into. This game is not complete yet.
Right?
It's, number one, it's not done. It's not done. It's only,
right.
It's literally really only about 60% done. So it's not done. It's fast. It's a boomer shooter, and this guy is doing it, man. He's doing everything in there, and he's just smiling face to face, from ear to ear. And then Elliot throws him into Half-Life 2. Nice. I had my laptop there that runs a 3080, and he threw him into Half-Life 2 VR, and that completely
blew his mind, I'm sure.
Just a cool story about Wrath, and we were showing it to some people. You will not hear any reviews on Wrath. We put a strict embargo on Wrath, and we don't want anybody talking about it. Not because it's not great. I don't want anybody talking about it because it's not done. And even the demo, it's not fair
if it's not done.
It's not even a polished demo. This is literally a 60% done game, and the whole game is there. But it's not polished in any way. So I'm like, I don't want people, giving their impressions of it based on this, because it's not even close. Like usually when you have a demo and the game's not done, but you have a polished 5-minute demo or 10-minute demo, we don't even have that. Like literally, we had no demo. We just had the game at 60% done. So I'm like, I don't want to
jump in and try it. Yeah.
So we'll let some people try it just because I want to get people excited about it, creators excited about it. I want to get other studios excited about it. So we'll let people try it, but I don't want anybody talking about it. So you won't hear anybody talking about Wrath other than they played it and maybe they had a good time with it, but that's pretty much about it. All right, you can continue the video. But that was just a cool story about Atari.
Natasha and Elliot.
Yeah, Alex. You can see the RoboQuest and our little area in there where I spent most of my time in the office in there. And you had like a split booth with like 3 or 4 different games in there. You had what's that one? What's that pirate one? Bootstrap Island or something like that. They were in there.
Yep. It's called.
There's a board game called All Aboard. They were in there. There was a salsa dancing game that was in there.
The new cool. Salsa Academy.
Yep, Salsa Academy. There was a lot. I went pretty fast there through a lot of them. So what you might have missed is like Beyond Frames was in there with Escaping Wonderland, which is their new game that they have coming from
the prequel.
Utopia. Yep. That was from Down the Rabbit Hole. Yeah, so I mean, you had them. You had
Grimm. You had Silent North. You had was Ember Souls in your booth?
Ember Souls was there too. Yes, that was cool. That was actually right next to us, like kind of right across from our booth. There was Ember Souls, and if you guys remember this one, it was in the Upload VR showcase. Ember Souls looks very much like Prince of Persia for VR, but that looks really, really cool. I'm digging Ember Souls.
Band Space, were they there?
Yep, Band Space was there. Had a very large booth for Band Space. They had one of the side booths, but it was like 3 or 4 booths wide. Lots of people going in and doing that, multiple people at the same time. So that was really, really cool. There was other VR companies there, by the way. There was a lot. So in the home of XR, again, there was all those games I just kind of mentioned off. There's a few I'm even missing, I'm sure. But around the rest of Gamescom, there was more. There was people that just either had already committed to their own booth, and couldn't do the booth once we announced it, or just other things. They had they couldn't afford to get on our booth, and they wanted just to do a smaller booth somewhere. So there was other VR there to be found. It just wasn't. It wasn't as you weren't going to be as found. Like, put it this way. The home of XR kind of ruined it for everyone else, unfortunately, because you were going to come there as a creator or media, you were going to come there and you were going to stay there. Like there was so much to do. You were not getting every demo done in one day, Todd. Like you could have started from one and go right down the row, and that would not, you would have, because the demos are like 20 to 30 minutes long, right?
Yeah, right. There's just not
So
enough
like
time in a
End
day to
Dreams,
get them all done. Yeah.
yeah. And Dreams had multiple demos. They had Action Hero and they had a couple other things. They had Action Hero, they had Frenzies. They had a couple of different things, and Vertigo had a couple of different things, and like, Combat Waffle had a couple of different things, and like we had a couple of different experiences too. That like, so, and also you guys saw that amazing space over there. What's up, Mateo? Mateo's in chat. What's up, man? How you doing? He says I'm falling asleep and just wanted to say hi. How you doing, man?
Well, Mateo's old. He probably had to get up and pee, so he thought he'd come and say hi.
Yeah, that's right. He's been in bed for 5 hours. He had to go to the bathroom. That's what happens when you get old. But it was cool to meet Mateo in person, Todd. It was too funny. So I'm 6'4", and Mateo's 4'6". So
I know,
when we meet, so when we meet for the first time in person, it's like, oh man, but no, he's not 4'6". I'm only kidding, guys. But it was pretty awesome, man. It was a good time seeing Mateo in person for the first time. A lot of people I met for the first time. Todd, I got Brad there. Like Brad never goes anywhere.
I can't believe he went. I
got Brad to go to a gaming showcase, man.
Yeah. Not only go to the gaming showcase, I saw pictures of him playing games. I couldn't believe it.
He loved to get, dude. Yeah. If you're not going to give me props for anything that I do, you need to give me props for getting Brad to the gaming showcase. Number one, everybody loves Brad, and I gave everybody a chance to meet Brad. And of course, Brad's probably freaking out because everybody wants to
meet people. Yeah,
he hates meeting people. Brad is not. No, that's not true. He loves people. He is not real.
He prefers to meet them in VR chat.
Yeah. Exactly. He's not real comfortable in person.
Yeah.
So getting Brad to go to this type of conference is not easy. Getting Brad, who would prefer to go to CES or like Display Week, get him to go to a gaming conference,
unheard of.
Yeah. Come on, you got to give me my props there, man. I got him to go, and he loved it, man. He enjoyed it. He enjoyed it a lot. You know who was impressed with Trombone Champ was Mateo, man. Mateo was impressed. Not his kind of game, right? Like he was even saying it after the showcase. He's like, I don't know about the Trombone Champ thing. He got in there, man. He had a blast. It was,
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. All right. So let me move on a little bit from. I
was gonna ask you. So, we got a home of XR. We got a ton of VR stuff, XR stuff there. You're right. There's more VR around. How far away were you guys from the World of Warcraft 4D VR experience? And did you do it?
It was right upstairs. I did absolutely nothing.
You didn't do it? Oh my God.
No, there was a lot of people who did. Like, so there were people who did, like, so there was a lot of content creators there. Nacy was there. Again, Tech was there.
There's a lot of European content creators.
A lot of the European, Mike VRO was there. Gamertag was there. Beardo Benjo, Jasmine was there, and Jasmine actually did have a chance to go and cover a few things. Who am I? Mateo was there. Brad was there. The Rough Talk were there. Jay Bratt was there. Otter Worldly was there. Kaz and Cherry. I mean, just if you can think of a creator, most likely they were there, or they were asked to be there. Paradise DK was there.
Oh my God.
So yeah, and
I'm so upset I didn't go.
I know, and most everybody was there, and most everybody got a chance to do everything. Most creators did get a chance to go do Batman. They got a chance to go do Metro.
Wow.
They got Metro and Batman are things that they can't talk about yet. Like nobody's able to talk about that. I actually didn't. I keep saying I didn't do anything. I did one demo. I can't even tell you who it was, what company it was with, or anything about it. That's like, so it's like a non-thing. I don't even want to bring it up because I actually technically did one demo, but I can't even say who it's with. I can't even say the company it's with. So it's like, when you can't even give the company, or the name of the game. But it was I can tell you this, it was a freaking cool demo. There was a lot going on there, and it was very cool to see, Todd, like what you're talking about. I think there was 16 stations or something like that of the Dragon Rider thing from World of Warcraft. So basically, it was
like that.
They called it a 4D experience because the World of Warcraft dragon escaped from Arlen or something like that. Darlene.
Or maybe it's Dalaran. I can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah. And then but it was it was like a 4D experience because you were on you were on a contraption that was it
A
looked
griffin.
like a dragon, right? It was supposed to
Yeah, it's a
simulate
griffin.
you riding on a
Yeah.
dragon. It had fans that were blowing air on you, and then you're in a VR headset, so you're seeing this amazing thing, and it was pretty amazing. I think it made Jasmine sick, but yeah, but other than that, I heard it was amazing, and it's just cool to see somebody like World of Warcraft doing a VR experience,
Super
and
cool.
it was
Yeah.
one floor above us. So I think we were in 2.2 and it was in 2.1 or something like that, or two. They were in 2.0 and we were in 2.1. So we were on the
It's
bottom and they were
unfortunate
right
that
up.
it's not coming to any headset, so you're not gonna be
Yeah.
able to do it at home. But
But you know what? Just the fact that they're doing a VR thing,
they're
it's a big
putting money into that is good, I think. Yeah, exactly.
100%. Yeah.
Blizzard putting in some money to VR. That's news, right?
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. It's just again, and this is, I think I said this in the beginning, the just the amount of virtual reality and what's shown here. I was telling the home of XR people, which is basically all those developers. I told you we're all in a big chat together because we were all been talking this whole time. I just told them, I'm like, we should all be really, really proud of what we've done here for virtual reality as a whole. Like, we all want our individual companies to do really well, but I can tell you this: every one of those companies I've mentioned is looking to push VR forward as a whole. Like, and there's no like, I'm going to eat you, or I'm going to, I want to destroy you. It's not, and there may be in the future, it's just not there yet.
Right.
Like, we're all trying to do, because it's still so small, we're all trying to do the small things to make this thing
To
feel
push
like
the
it's
whole
more.
industry, not just to push their own development studio or their own agenda. Everyone's working together, which you're right. In the flat world, you don't see it anymore. So it's nice to see that VR, it's still holding true.
Yeah, 100%. Like, and that's what I told them in the message. I'm like, number one, it's an honor to be able to do that booth with all of you awesome people, and you should all be proud of what you have done. Like, this was not cheap to do, as you can imagine what these things cost. All of these companies put lots of money into this. And Ty, when I'm not kidding you, because I dealt with a lot of flat game companies that whole week. I mean, that's a big part of what I do now. There was, number one, every VR person told me this was the best thing of Gamescom. The home of XR was the best thing of Gamescom. That's every VR person. That makes sense to me.
Right.
People that were in the flat gaming industry that happened to come by and see this said this was the best thing at Gamescom. And there was some awesome shit. Again, the Dragon Rider thing, there was some amazing
So
flat
many
booths.
games there. Yeah,
There
exactly.
was so many games there, but the home of XR, again, it was a gathering place. It was a group of, it was a place to go. Again, they had a bar, they had a common area, they had all these booths, they had just amazing stuff going on, and everybody in headsets, and it was just a cool place to see. And I'm proud of every one of those developers, doing that. So, all right, we'll end there for home of XR. And that's kind of the Gamescom, Todd. That's all. That's
right.
it,
That's
man.
Gamescom in a wrap. Like, the only
Yeah.
reason that we're interested really is the VR stuff and what is the possibility that could be VR stuff. So it's
Yep.
cool that you got to have so many meetings with the flatties, as you call them,
With the flatties, yeah.
and who knows what can come in the next couple months, right?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of there's going to be so much stuff coming. Everybody should just be really excited right now. Here's what you should also be excited about. Trombone Champ is available now to wishlist on the MetaQuest store and will be on Steam shortly and on PlayStation available to wishlist very shortly. It is coming this fall. Please go wishlist this now. And please go tell somebody you know to go wishlist this now. Anybody who's listening and watching, there's 81 people across every platform right now. Do me a favor. If you would like to see more Flat2VR stuff, we need to make this work. And the only way we can make this work is to sell games and to show people and to show studios, flat studios, definitely, that people are interested in the games that we're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
So
people want to do it, right? Yeah.
before we get to the chance where you can actually buy it, we need to wish list it. And wish lists are important. Wish lists show companies that people are interested in the game before the game even comes out. So the page is live. Todd, if you can put a link in.
I already did.
Oh, thank you very much. There's a link there, people. Go hit that link. Please wish list the game, even if you're not going to buy it, which you should. At least go wish list it. It doesn't cost you anything to wish list. Please go share it with somebody. Go share it in any. I mean, all of you guys are amazing VR people and you usually spread the word in other places. Go to those places that you go to and spread the word. Just spread the word that, hey, Flat2VR Studios is pushing things forward, trying to make the dream come true of bringing AAA flat VR, flat games into virtual reality. I need your help. We need your help. We need, number one, need you guys to wish list. Please go wish list. Then we need you to buy the games. We plan on putting every game that we have on PlayStation and on Steam and on Quest.
Yep.
Maybe on Pico. We'll see. But that costs money for us to do those things. You have to support us. You have to buy the games. So number one, we please wish list. Please support us and buy the games. And I'll finish that. I will say, Todd, as a gamer, as a passionate VR gamer who just started this whole thing, as a gamer, I just love games. I love VR. It's the coolest thing in the world to see a game.
Your own game on the Quest store.
On
right?
the store, man.
I know. First time I saw it on Saturday, I was like, oh my God, it's there.
I mean, I literally have to, like, I sat a couple of times this past week and just like was just kind of doing a little inflection or reflection and just kind of looking around and going, I don't even know how I got here. I literally don't. Like, we have 4 games that we just announced. I'm talking to Atari. I'm talking to Epic. I'm talking to Sega. I'm talking to Capcom. I'm in these crazy meetings with people that I've been a huge fan of my whole life making games. And I'm looking around at all these other creators that I've been, a huge fan of, when I started or when I got into the industry, looking at them. I'm talking to VR developers that are OG people that have been in it from the beginning. And now they're looking to me for answers on like what's going on and what we're doing. And I'm like, how is this even possible to see a game on the store? I'm not going to tell you. I may have gotten a little emotional.
Right.
Not going to lie.
So, yeah.
I'm not going to lie. But yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah,
shout out to a couple people in chat. Bluebell's here. Hey, Bluebell. And Getting Things Done has popped in chat. They've wishlisted the game already. Mischief VR has also wishlisted the game already. There's a bunch of people here that have wishlisted.
Nice.
Planning on Patches 406 says buying Trombone day 1.
Thank you.
Excellent, excellent.
Mischief said, I bought a PlayStation 5 recently, opened it and played 1 game. Now it's collecting just can't go back to flat screen. Happy for what you are doing. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing all my stuff out on Facebook as well, Mischief VR. You very
Mischief
much
is a big part of Impact Labs as well. She playtests all sorts of stuff. We had some games that we can't talk about, but we did a huge multiplayer playtests while you guys were away at GamesCom, and we had so much fun. Yeah.
I heard. Very exciting. Awesome. But yeah, again, thank you guys. I appreciate everybody who wishlisted. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. It's going to go a long way to making everybody else happy. Trust me. This is like I said, even if this isn't your game, like there's a lot of people like Trombone Champ is not going to be for everybody. It's going to be a fun, quirky, cool game. I'm telling you guys, you will have a blast with it. I find myself playing this game. You guys know me. This is not my kind of game, right? I test this game all the time, and I find myself smiling every time I play it. When I know that I'm not going to smile, and all of a sudden I'm doing stuff, and I'm smiling, and I get done with a song, Todd, and I'm like, I'm only supposed to be testing that song. Because we have different maps for songs, and I'm like, I'm only supposed to test that song, and then I find myself doing another 2 or 3 songs because I'm like,
I'm just gonna keep going.
I see somebody else's score in there that I want to beat, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll go do that song. And there was 2 songs that we demoed. I won't say what the other one is, but one of the songs that we demoed, and you could do both at the booth, was "Oh Canada."
Yeah.
And the station where all the main demos for Trombone Champ were going on were right by the door to my office. And all I heard for 3 days straight,
people singing "Oh Canada."
Oh my God, dude. Man, awesome. It was too funny. Yeah,
I'm going to drop a link to Impact Labs in chat as well. If anyone is not yet a member of Impact Labs and wants to become a gameplay tester, by all means, click the link.
I will tell you this too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I will tell you this too. Think about Impact Labs and Impact Reality. If you are interested in Flat2VR Studios, I will tell you this. And it won't be open to every person in Labs, but it will be open to certain people. Every Flat2VR Studios game will be tested in Impact Labs. So if you are like, you know what, I would love, if you're like, I'm not really interested in Impact Labs, but I want to be a part of Flat2VR Studios and I want to play some of these games early, and you want to be part of that process, you may want to go join Impact Lab.
You might want to join the lab. Yep.
You know what I mean? You know, you can't just test those things. I mean, you join Impact Labs, you have to stay, you know,
active. Stay up to date, stay active. Yep.
But
there's,
again,
you know, there's 700 members right now of Impact Labs, and we're constantly playtesting games and doing all sorts of fun stuff in there. So
we get all kinds of games that come through our PR and marketing. But then guaranteed you will see, like, people already have been playing Trombone Champ for a while, Todd.
Yeah, we haven't been able to talk about it. We've been playing it for months. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to get in early on some of these games, if you want to be the person who tries Flat Out, if you want to be the first person who's going to try, you know, Wreckfest, or not Wreckfest, holy shit, Flat Out, or Wrath, Aeon of Ruin,
Wrath,
you know, or if you want to try, I mean, that was such a bad slip. If you want to try Wrath or RoboQuest, you know, that's where you want to be, right? Or this other game that I'm telling you about that we haven't even announced yet.
They will all come through the lab eventually. This is, you know, we do playtesting for other developers, but it would be, you know, we'd be remiss if we didn't playtest our own games. So they're all coming through the lab.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, Todd, I don't think I have anything else on Gamescom. I don't think we have anything else on Impact Labs. What else? Is there anything else going on in the world? What's going on with me and you?
You know, busy. We're going to PAX. PAX, we're going to go, we'll be there Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Seattle. We're coming. If anyone's in the area, by all means, hit us up. We will love to see everybody. So,
yeah, if you guys find yourself in the Seattle area and you want to meet up, I know there are a lot of people around that area. We will be in Seattle for those 3 days and be happy to meet up and say hello to anybody who's out there.
PAX is one of my favorite conventions.
I know we haven't been able to go in the last few years.
No, it's not all just games. It's, you know, merch and board games and VR games and flat games and cosplay, and it's a little bit of everything, and I love it so much. So I can't wait to go back.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've been looking forward to going back for a while, and I will be going to PAX East next year as well. I know it's I've been trying to go for the last 3 years, and I've missed it every time because of timing wise with AWE or no GDC. But it's actually separated a little bit next year, which is going to be much easier. But I definitely will be at PAX East, and I definitely will make sure I'm at PAX West every year. Starting with this year, back again. So I'm looking forward to that.
It's funny. The funny story about PAX West. Last time we were there, I bought a hoodie because, you know, I'm in Canada and I love my hoodies. And the next day, Z-Storm was freezing to death. So I'm like, well, here, dude, I just bought a hoodie. Just wear it.
He showed up to Seattle in, like, you know, in September.
T-shirt.
Seattle in September in a T-shirt and didn't bring a jacket with him. It was freezing cold out. And he's like, I have nothing. Todd's like, all right, I'll give you that.
Well, I just bought this. Yeah, but by all means, here, wear your hoodie. Give it back to me before you leave.
And then he stole it.
That was 5 years ago.
I don't think you're getting it back, dude. I don't think you're getting it back. I
had it in my possession for a day. What's that?
I had a chance to see Z-Storm out there.
Oh, no way. I didn't know he was there.
Z-Storm was there, you know, working for Combat Waffle Studios. Z-Storm was there with Soul BC and Scott and a couple of other members of that amazing team. So it was cool to see.
Proper D, was he there?
Yep, Proper D was there, of course, and Scott. Yeah, amazing seeing those guys again.
Cool crew.
Yep. I'll see some of them coming soon at Connect. So I'll announce today. We'll announce today too that Todd and I will both be heading to Connect. We've both been invited as part of the creator program, and I got two invites. I got invited as a developer publisher from Flat2VR Studios, and got invited as the Quest creator program. I'm going to accept both invites, which is great because then I can do the creator stuff from the Quest creator program, and I can do the developer stuff, which would be cool. Which would be cool. So yeah, we will be going to Meta Connect. We'll be there to report on everything for you. Todd will make sure that he's covering everything that needs to be covered for the channel. that's the thing. Like, I wish you were able to go to Gamescom, because for us, you know what I mean, it would be nice to talk about the games right now. That's why I said this show is not going to be about the games, but there are other places you can go to find out about the games. But if Todd was there, he would at least be able to show you. But we'll have some stuff for you, and Todd will be able to cover a lot of stuff for you at Connect. And I'll give you the Connect probably from the publisher developer kind of backside and some of that view, and Todd will make sure he covers it under the creator side for
exactly.
Q2C.
And I think that'll be kind of how it goes with every convention.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
right.
My life
Just
now.
The reality of it. So
change a little bit different. Yeah. I'm still here as much as I can for Q2C, but a lot of these things I just have to, my focus has to change a little bit. I know I saw a message earlier today from Bluebell, and it was in the moderator chat for the Q2C Discord channel. And I think it was like from 8:20. It was like, so it was probably 5 days ago.
Yeah, a week ago or so.
She said, "What are you guys doing? This Discord's dead. You got to do something and get things going again." And yeah, I mean, that bothers me. I see these things, they bother me. It makes me feel bad that things, we're not able to do as many things as we can. But we'll try. We'll do what we can. I'll try and keep things active.
Yeah, there's some plans to get once summer's over here, we're kind of back to normal. You'll see a little bit more of a revival on Discord, I hope. Anyway, Facebook as well. So
yeah, I mean, by no means do I ever want to give up. I love my Facebook community that I built, I put together. It's like my baby. That's how a lot of this started for me. There's still 180,000 people in that great Facebook group. I would love to be more active in there. I used to be active in there every day. It's just not possible anymore. Same thing with the Discord. Like, you do a really good job still trying to stay active in the Discord as best you can. But we're super busy now running from place to place. And we just rely on a lot of you guys now. A lot of people like Bluebell and, other, and other moderators in there to help us keep people, engaged in there, and if you guys want to help us out and be part of the community and be a mod, help us, and we can keep these things going. And we'll be there and give back as much as we can. I don't want to see them go, but things have to take precedence. We're trying to fight the good fight on all fronts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. On that note, I do have a bunch of reviews coming. So one review dropped yesterday, I think, or day before yesterday. For Galaxy Kart.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Galaxy Kart's awesome, man. I love those guys over there at
now that it's Quest native, it's super fun, man. If you like Mario Kart, any of those types of games, this is a blast. I had so much fun.
Who doesn't love Mario?
Yeah.
Why do you
Mario Kart, whatever you
You're so Canadian with your Mario. If you love Mario Kart, I'm like, who the hell is Mario? It's Mario.
And I got a couple more coming this week, but I can't tell you about them, so you'll just have to wait.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, Todd will be doing most of the I mean, I'll try when I can. Like, I have no recording shit here. I'm lucky I got a laptop and a freaking ring light here to do this and a microphone. This podcast. But yeah, for another couple months I'll be here on the West Coast. I have, I miss my studio. But yeah, Todd will take care of that front. I'll be here for the podcast and any little other spots I can fill in. But yeah, I mean, you're going to be on top of it. Let's do this now because we're getting late in the show here. I want to open this up. I told everybody I'd do an AMA. Open it up, guys. Ask me anything. I don't care what it is. Even if you think I can't answer it, and maybe I can't, and I probably won't. But at least you can at least ask it, and I'll entertain answering it. Anything you want to ask me about Q2C, about Flat2VR, about Impact Reality, Gamescom, PAX, Home of XR, anything you want to ask, go ahead and ask, and we'll run up the flagpole and see if I can answer it. I don't know. Probably can't. Bluebell says, I'm just being honest with you. Oh, Bluebell, I'm not. I wasn't meaning to call you out to say anything. I'm glad that you are engaged in there and you want to see it more. I only brought it up because it was something that when I saw it, it bothered me. Not that you brought it up, but it bothered me that it's a thing, right? That's why it bothered me. So please don't apologize. I'm glad that you brought it up, and I appreciate you bringing it up. And I only spotlighted it because I just want everybody to know that it does bother me when I see those things. It bothers me because I know that we're not as active as we should be in there, and we'll do what we can to rectify that.
Yep. I just wanted to another.
My chat sucks.
Another date here because it is public knowledge now. that Eric and I will also be at the Immersed IRL Unveiling on September 19th in Austin, Texas. So if anybody wants to see us, we will be there for that as well.
That's going to be sick, dude. I know that.
I can't wait.
Cool. Yeah, September 19th. And I think at the end of that at the end of that live sequence, I think me and you actually get to go upstage on a panel, and we're gonna end that kind of press conference announcing the visor, or showing the visor, and me and you're gonna be up there.
Yeah, the future of VR or something is the panel that we're going to do at the end, and we're gonna do. I don't know. Can I tell you who we're doing it with?
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah, well, if I can't, too bad. Jay Dunn and Joy Rain will be joining us on stage.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, man.
So
two of my
I'm
favorite
super
people.
excited.
If you can keep up on the questions, if anybody's asking, because my chat.
Yeah, we got one from Arlen of the Arc Reactor says thoughts about asking what flat games asking us what flat games we'd like to see made in VR.
Please
and let us do a ranked voting on which IP we want most, and use that data. It's a great idea.
Absolutely. I want all input, or we want all input as Flat2VR Studios. I want to know what everybody wants to play. Of course. I mean, I don't know if you guys know how RoboQuest happened. RoboQuest happened because I love the game. Like literally, that's how it happened. I had been playing RoboQuest. Somebody had put me onto it and said, you should try RoboQuest. It looks cool. It's a roguelite. I like roguelites. So I played RoboQuest, and I'm like, this is freaking amazing. And one of the things I said when I was in the middle of it, I'm like, oh my God, this game feels like the developers made this thing with VR in mind. That I'm like, why am I not playing this?
Why do I not have a headset on? Yeah, exactly.
And then the UEVR came out, and I injected it in UEVR, and I started playing it in VR. And now I'm like, this needs to be in VR. This needs to be not a UEVR mod. This needs to be on the Quest. It needs to be on Sony. It needs to be everywhere. I need to make this happen. And then I went and got it. Like I happened to be in Sweden. Starbreeze, who's the publisher, is in Sweden. I reached out to the developers. I'm like, you guys, your game is awesome. We should do this in VR. And that's how that synergy started. So yes, tell me what you want. Like message me personally, message Flat2VR, message, studios, message anywhere you want to message. Give me what you want. If it's doable, we'll try and go get it. If it makes sense, you know what I mean? You get it. You don't give me something weird that doesn't make any sense. But if a game that makes sense in VR, and if it's all possible, I mean, we'll try and do it. Like I want to bring everything. Like this is not a short term. Yeah, it's not a short-term thing for us. This is a long-term thing. Like I want to bring, VR is not going anywhere. And if we want to bring this up and make it even better and even, bigger, we need to bring in the AAA games. We need to bring in the games that flat gamers love.
So Chrome Colossus says, does the 5th game that you cannot reveal heighten your excitement for the future of Flat2VR more than the 4 you've already mentioned?
That's a good question. Yes, but in a different way. And I'll explain that better once it's announced next week. Because it's a very different game than any of the other 4. So, I'm just trying to figure out what I can say. So I don't love it any more than any other game that we've already talked about, but I do think it's a different genre of games that I'm very much kind of like in love with right now. And I think it shows off what the platform will be capable of doing in the future more than the other games. And I'll say this, it's not a Flat2VR port. This is a built from ground up VR game.
Wow.
Shit, I don't even know if I was supposed to say that. Was I supposed to say that? Fuck it, I'm the COO. I can say that.
Jasmine's screaming at you from the corner.
That wouldn't be the first time.
Right?
Wouldn't be the first time. Just screaming at me from somewhere.
So a bunch of people have mentioned this one in chat.
It's a great question. Blood. Back 4 Blood. I love Back 4 Blood.
Right? Can you imagine that? That'd be great.
Absolutely.
That's a great title.
If we could do Back 4 Blood, hell yeah, man. Baldur's Gate. I see Rec say Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate, yeah.
Well, I can't say Baldur's. You said Mario.
It's pronounced Baldur's Gate.
I can't say Baldur's. What's the difference?
You can't.
But Back 4 Blood would be amazing, dude. Back 4 Blood would be awesome. Yeah. Back
Yeah, a bunch of
Back for
people said that
Blood,
one.
or even go back to what was the one before Back for Blood? It was Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead. Yep. Yep.
I would do Back for Vampire Survivors, getting things done. 100%.
Twisted
Guys,
Metal.
and
Come
don't think, expand your mind. Don't think always first person shooter. Expand. Like, think about
Yeah,
any flat game.
platformers and right? Like
Side scrollers.
side scrollers. Oh,
Metroidvania style. I mean, think of.
I have a side scrolling kind of platformer review coming out next week.
Oh, is it Witchblood?
Fucking game is so good. Oh my god, it's so good, dude. I'm almost finished. It is so good.
Witchblood's pretty awesome. And that game came out. That game came out originally on the Rift and the Go. Yeah.
And been remastered for Quest because it is
Deadlock.
So much
Deadlock
good.
would be cool. Deadlock would be pretty awesome.
Pokemon. Oh my god, can you imagine? There's an IP.
I can imagine. BioShock Infinite, yes. Astrobot, yes.
Oh my god, that would be great too. If they just give up that IP. That needs to be redone on all platforms.
Yeah. And I'll say this too. Like, if you're like, oh, I don't want to put this game in there because it'll never play on the Quest. It's not a prerequisite that we will have to put everything to the Quest. If there's a game out there and I can get it, or we can get it, that we're like, there's no way that's getting played on the Quest 3. And we could still put it on Steam and PlayStation and make it work and be fantastic. We're open to doing that.
And you also got to remember that some of these games, like when we take on these development projects, they take a long time. So it's not like by the time it's done, the Quest 4 is going to be out.
Maybe.
Right?
Or I will say this.
Or even this, the game is high fidelity enough that it's only going to work on the PlayStation and it's only going to work on Steam. But that doesn't mean, when the Quest 6 comes out that we can't redo it for Quest 6 or whatever, right? Like,
yeah. No, and you're absolutely right. It does take time. But I will say this for any flat developer who happens to be watching this later. It's time, but in the overall scope of what you would consider development time, we are much less than anybody else. We are not building from the ground up. So where you would maybe see a 2 or 3 year development time, don't let that scare you. Our main goal is to try and develop within a year and a half. Like because of what the whole idea of what we're doing, which is basically working off a game that's already made and then basically turning it into a VR game, right? We're not reinventing the wheel with it. We're just taking what's there, putting it into virtual reality, and then taking the components in there and make it make sense and feel right for virtual reality. So by no means is this easy, but it's definitely much easier than building from the ground up. Great question, though. Tribe is here. What's up, Tribe? Todd, Tribe's here.
Orland Hooper's Jack, yo.
Nope, that's not the right button.
Yeah, you.
Tribe.
It's gray wolf.
Like a boom, 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 boom.
Let's go, he says. Hell yeah, man. Let's go. It was good seeing you, Tribe. Awesome seeing Tribe and Jordy. You cannot help but smile when you're around those two people.
Right.
Awesome.
I miss them.
Oh, man. They should come to PAX.
You guys should come to PAX.
Yeah. Oh man, there's Z Storm. Says, "Sup, goobers? Look, everybody from GamesCom showing up. I love it.
They all woke up from their naps.
They came to see my clean shaven face, Todd.
I know. Look at all the baby face people.
I saw Z Storm's beard, and I'm like, I can't compete with Z Storm's beard. I might as well just shave mine off.
Yeah.
So he shaved it. But good to see you, man. Good to see you and Tribe. Thanks for stopping in. And then go check out their channels if you want to know about all these amazing games that I kind of been tiptoeing around because I didn't play them. Go check up with them. Chrome Claw says, I don't play flat games anymore, so I don't even know what's out there. So I was the same way for many, many, many years. When I started in virtual reality, I gave up flat gaming completely, pretty much, except for Tarkov and Call of Duty.
You played that a lot.
Returnal. That's true. Mainly, I had given up flat games and I was just playing VR games. I have now gone back to flat games because I want to see what is good out there and what can still be brought to VR. So for flat games to VR. So a lot of times now I'll test a lot of games. Like I'll be into anything. Like Todd, I buy so many Steam games now, like
Right.
or I get so many Steam keys from developers I'm talking, flat developers that I'm talking to, and I'm like, just send me your game and I'll check it out. Because you remember at Flat2VR Studios, we're not just taking like games that were 10 years old. Like we want those games too. Like I want retro games, or not maybe even retro, but older games that will still be awesome in VR. I want those. I want some of those series that were maybe.
I think a
really
lot of the people want those.
Yeah.
Right. But that's not to say that the new games that that are coming out this month couldn't be redone for VR. So why would those be off the table?
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. But that's why I want to let everybody know, like Trombone Champ. Trombone Champ only came out like a year and a half ago or something like that. RoboQuest only been out for a year.
Not even a year.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. So we're not just looking at old games. I want to do every game, any game that's good. If you have a game that was on Steam or console that was rated highly, that's a good game. That already has a good
Shenmue in VR.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Oh my god, yes.
Can you imagine?
Or I mean, there's so many Dreamcast.
You said you were talking to Sega, so yeah, totally. That's awesome.
Who said I was talking to Sega?
I don't know. I heard it through the grapevine.
Why are you outing me, bro? Z-Storm says, let's get some sweet flat games to VR. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, there's so many forgotten games. Choo-Choo Charles, 100%, dude. I mean, there's so many good games. Bendy and the Ink Machine. Like you can play it on a mod, but I want to play it. I want to play it just on.
I just want to play it. Yeah.
I want to bring it to the Quest.
Yeah,
let me do
and
it.
that you could play on a Quest.
I want to bring games that are 10 years old, 5 years old, 2 years old, 1 year old, 6 months old. Yeah, we're gonna do them all. Need to send you an ExoStock, Tribe Grey Wolf. What the hell's an ExoStock?
ExoStock, yeah.
That's something new?
That's
Did he rename something?
I think that's Tass's new stock, isn't it? Didn't he send you one?
Is that what it's called? I don't know. He never just sent it to me. I don't know.
I think that's what I think he sent you one.
It's called an ExoStock now? That sounds way cooler than whatever it was before. What was it before? Didn't he have like, wasn't it something weird before, like at one time?
There was a weird one.
It was like, I don't know. It was such a weird name. I'm like, Tash, you can't name it that.
And he did anyway, though.
Yeah, remember he did too.
I do.
We convinced him to change it at one time, but it was a weird name. I'm like, dude, you can't. Whatever that is.
What the hell is that? Yeah.
Parappa the Rapper. Yeah, let's do Parappa the Rapper. That would be cool. Sega Genesis Classics. Hell yeah. There was a one that just went by. Has Flat2VR done what? Something? Has Flat2VR?
Has Flat2VR yet dealt with any game made in EU5 or UE5? If so, is it easier to deal with than older engines?
We are not shying away from UE5. Put it that way.
Excellent.
And doesn't mean we're shying away from anything that's not UE. Also, like I know everybody's like, oh well, they're the Flat2VR. They're only going to do whatever you can play in Unreal 4 or Unreal 5, and that's not anywhere near the case. We will do Unity. I mean, Trombone Champ is not even in Unreal; it's Unity completely. So
yeah.
It has nothing to do with it. Just because we can inject things to try them out in Unreal with the UEVR mod doesn't mean that we won't do Unity. We'll do anything, and we'll do some engines that are completely not even either one, that are different engines. The Erector. That's what it was.
What was that one? He sent us that name. I'm like, you gotta change that name.
I'm like, Tass, you can't call your Exos. You can't call your gun stock the Erection. I'm like, you can't do that. You call it the Erector, people are going to call it the erect penis and thing.
Yep.
You can't do that.
So funny.
I'm like, this is the worst name ever. But he did it. He put it on there for a little while and he finally changed it. That is so funny. The Erector.
I'm dealing with
the Erector.
Yeah, I'm dealing with a VR company. I can't tell you who it is, but they make VR accessories, and they're coming out with some new products. And they sent me the name that they wanted to use. And I was like,
the name they wanted to use.
I can't tell you the name. I had to sign. I signed an NDA. I can't tell you.
What do you mean?
But they.
No.
I was laughing so hard, and I showed my wife because it's still currently called this.
Oh, are they going to change it though?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
So-
they'll just tell us then.
No, I can't. I
No,
don't
you
want to
can't.
get in
I
trouble.
have to know, bro.
No, I'll tell you later. I'm not telling
put
you.
that out there. Here, type it to me in chat.
But my
Type it-
wife
type it to me in private chat.
read it, and she's like, "That sounds like a sex toy."
Okay, type it in private
So
chat.
I
now.
sent it to them. I'm like, "Well, this is the first thing my wife thought," and they're like, "Oh my god, that's not good."
I mean, it can't be worse than the Mr. Tass erector.
Oh my god, I don't
Type
even
it
know
to
what
me
it
in
was
chat.
called.
Type it.
I gotta look it up. Hang on, I can't remember exactly what it was called.
Now I have to know.
You can't say anything, man. I'm not getting shit.
I'm not going to say anything except to them when I make fun of them.
Yeah.
Again, it can't be worse than the erector. Oh yeah, the Tass says the erector became the mag stock.
That's right.
I mean,
yeah.
how much better is mag stock?
Right.
You went from the erection to mag stock. I mean, that's a huge improvement. You probably sold triple of them. I mean,
Yeah.
unless people were buying the erector thinking it was something completely different, and you made a ton of sales based on somebody making an assumption that it was something other than it was. I really want to know what this thing is called now. No, they didn't really want to call it that.
Yeah.
What-
They
what-
did.
What
And I
was
was
the
like,
what was the product?
I'm like, no, that's not good.
It's not good. What was the product? Why would they call? No, what? That is the funniest damn thing I've ever seen. I
Oh, yeah,
can't wait
and
to hear everyone tell
and then I
everybody
showed her a
about it.
picture of them, and she's like, I still think it's a sex toy.
Yes. Why would you ever do that? I mean, unless
Yeah.
they're trying to go for that. Did you get to like Tass trying to go get the erector thing to get people to misbuy it because they think it's something else?
Yeah, right. Maybe
Why-
that's
why
the
would you
market.
why would you put that name on that? No
I know,
way.
I thought it was so funny.
Oh yeah. People come up with the weirdest. Just come up with whatever the name is. People like you
They're,
know,
they're trying to
have
get creative,
reinvent the
trying to
wheel.
do what's current or trendy or whatever the TikTok, because that seems to be what people are buying.
Yeah.
but
Now
it's
see
gotta
now
be
now
related
everybody
product.
wants to, now everybody wants to know, Todd. They're all like,
I signed an NDA. I can't tell you. I don't want to screw up our relationship with this company, so I'm not telling you. I'll tell you afterwards.
well,
Like
hold
once
on.
it's released,
I'm not
I'll tell
saying we
you.
want to have a relationship with this company. They're naming their thing. You need to check with me before you decide to do anything. Oh, is that who it is?
Yeah, I'm not saying anything.
Oh, dude. Yeah, no, we just got to help them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Once
Oh,
it's
my
released,
God.
I'm sure they'll change the name. I've given them a whole bunch of options on what else to
Well,
call
I mean,
this.
once it's released, I mean, I hope they don't. Oh, you mean they hope they change it?
yeah,
before.
yeah. Then we can tell you what we.
I mean, if they release that, if they release it and keep it as name, everybody's gonna know it. They're gonna be like, "Oh, that's the thing that Todd was talking
That's
about."
exactly what they're gonna think. Yep.
Oh my god.
That's too funny.
All right, cool. Do we have any more questions there, Todd? Because otherwise, I think we got to call this thing. I got a very, very long day tomorrow.
Some more games and stuff. Wave Racer and VR would be great.
Oh, I love
for
to hear
sure.
that. Yeah, Wave Racer. That would be sick.
Yeah.
Think about all the Nintendo Wii games that were pretty freaking cool, man. We could do a couple of those. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I'm thinking like on Dreamcast games and stuff. Bring back some of the
100%.
classics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to do them all. It's like Pokemon. I want to catch them all, man.
That's about it. And a lot of chatter about the erector.
Of course there is. Of course there is. Todd, when are we gonna have a show again? Are we gonna be able to be back? We might be able to be back after
Week
PAX.
after next, I think.
Yeah. So no show this Thursday, of course. We're headed to PAX, but then I think we'll be back the week after. I may have a beard. I don't know yet. We'll see. That'll be 2 weeks from now.
Mine came back pretty quick, so
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You definitely look weird without it.
yeah, I think so too. Yeah. My daughter agrees. She does not like when I shave my face.
You told me you didn't even recognize me when I came in here because you didn't know either.
No. Yeah, I was taken back. Yeah. Yeah. You
10
let
years
your
younger,
hair
Todd, I'm
your
telling you.
hair grow out. Did you get transplants while you were out in Europe? What the hell? Just
10
come
years
over?
younger. My wife is not crazy about it. I will say that. My wife is not crazy about it.
Yeah, I prefer the beard. 10 years younger or not, you look the better with the beard.
Well, I don't have to sleep with you, and I really don't care what you prefer.
You promised when we went to PAX.
I know. You are the apple of my eye. I appreciate it.
I'm the little spoon.
Mischief VR says you can do Nintendo. We can do anything.
Why not?
Literally,
Yeah.
we can do absolutely anything. That's what's great about we have some of the smartest people in the world. Be working with us, like literally. So yeah, we can literally do anything as long as the companies give us a chance with their IPs. Which again, that's why it's so important that these things go well. It's so important that we get a ton of wish list for Trombone Champ. So important that we get a ton of people buying Trombone Champ. It's all the games flat out.
Yep.
We make sure that you need to support us. You need to
Not only
support
does it offset though the development costs and things like that, but you have to think bigger outside that box. Is when companies look at Flat2VR Studios on the MetaQuest store and they see that Trombone Champ has got 10,000 reviews of 4.8 stars or 5 stars or whatever it is, that's what's going to help us get the next game to bring to VR. So
yeah, no, and look, I know that the economy is not great, money is always tight. If you're buying games, please buy ours. That's all I can say. And then if you have the ability to buy multiple versions, so if you can go get the PlayStation version, if you can go get a Steam copy, and you can go get a Quest copy, that makes it even better. Like, I want to support PlayStation as much as I can, but we need an audience there. I can't support it if nobody's buying the games. Same thing with Steam. I want to support Steam as much as we can. So yeah, I mean, sometimes you need multiple copies. So I would go buy multiple copies of somebody else's game if it was me. Gift keys to everybody. Mickey Barrios is going to give Trombone Champ keys to everybody.
To everyone, yeah, exactly. Don't say that. No one will buy it. They'll just want.
Oh my God, yeah, I know they're going to think they're going to get wish listed. We're not giving any keys away.
No, that's right.
No free keys to Trombone Champ. You got to buy it. You know what I give away?
Oh my God!
I give away some of these cool Team Beef shirts. These things are awesome.
Yeah, I need a Team Beef shirt. What the hell?
You want to see the back? It's
cool. Yeah, that's sick. Oh yeah. Holy shit! Send me one of those. That's sick.
Maybe
my ass.
You should have come to GamesCom.
Mr. Tasloff with a 28-month membership.
Wow.
He says I got 2 months to come up with a 30-month icon. Yep, that's very low on my to-do list, but I'm
30-month icon. Damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be cool, man. Maybe we'll do some of these Team Beef shirts for some lucky people, lucky supporters. That would be cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
These Team Beef shirts are amazing. I can't wait for you guys to play Wrath. One
thing I do want to mention is keep an eye out on Q2C. Probably going to announce at Discord first. But we're going to be doing some giveaways here. We've talked about them in the past. Now that we're kind of getting back into the swing of things, I'm going to be scheduling this giveaway for this box that's sitting down here still.
What do you got?
Is the B-Haptics X40 vest.
Oh yeah, we got to do something. I have a Quest 3 headset, and I have a B-Haptics vest I want to give away too.
And Meta just sent me some stuff that I'm going to give away. So.
I know, it's the box is sitting at home. My wife took a picture of it and said, "You got this huge box of shit here from Meta," and I'm like, "What the hell did Meta send me?" And I looked, and there was a ton of stuff in there.
Yeah, so we're gonna do some giveaways with all this extra stuff that we got. So
cool.
Stay tuned.
It's
all coming out to you guys.
Cool. All right. Unless there's any questions, Todd, I think it's time for us to sign off. We will be at PAX next week. Guys, if you didn't think you're going to get a lot from Q2C VR Gamer, you're crazy. We are going to be at PAX. We are going to be at the Immersed live event for the new Immersed visor that's going to be coming out in September. We are going to be at we were just at Gamescom. We are going to be at Connect. We're going to be at the VR Awards. I'll say this too. Congratulations to Impact Reality and Flat2VR. We are now a finalist also, Todd.
Yep.
For the XR Awards being held live in the Netherlands this December. We are finalist for Rising VR Company of the Year. Flat2VR Studios, Impact Reality Live, Rising VR Company of the Year. So yeah, we'll be out there as well, celebrating at a table with Combat Waffle Studios. Thank you for the invite. So yeah, we'll be representing there for that as well. Probably CES. I mean, we're going to hit everything. So we're going to have so much coverage for you guys, and then hitting the games whenever we can.
Yeah, I'll be hitting them as much as I can for sure.
Hell yeah.
I love doing game reviews. So I'm gonna keep that up.
Awesome. We appreciate you guys. I miss you. I'm glad that we had a chance to chat. Todd, have a good week. I'll see you tomorrow for work.
Sounds good.
Bright and early. Night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.